Alright homies, PewDiePie did a stream as a VTuber and a lot of other VTubers and fans are upset. And I want to talk about that.
PewDiePie faces backlash from the VTuber community. Oh god, not the VTuber community. Okay, let's check this out. Is this a Pew News?
I'm not really interested in the drama and personally don't care that he did this stream, but I want to talk about the impact that this has on our community. So PewDiePie made a video responding to a lot of the criticism that he got, and we're gonna go through that and check it out. Okay, so just real quick, I gotta point out that it's pretty clear that he does not care about this controversy at all.
Some expressed concern over a person using a face filter. Okay. VTuber community is saying, do you really want edgy audience alongside all the white supremacists in the audience?
This whole thing about edginess and how he's bringing edginess to the community. I think you haven't really watched a lot of VTubers and checked out their chats. We thrive off edginess. A lot of VTuber designs are edgy intentionally. You know, people love edginess in the VTubing community. So I'm not really concerned about that. And I don't think that you should be either. You know, let people like what they like. If an audience doesn't mesh right with you or a VTuber doesn't mesh right with you, just don't watch them. You know, don't interact with that community, and that's totally okay.
PewDiePie becoming a VTuber fucking scares me. Yeah, right. You should be scared, because I'm the biggest VTuber out there. Y'all indie motherfuckers. I'm a mainstream bad bitch coming to push all of you out. I'm the top dog, the tiger. I'ma eat you. PewDiePie becoming VTuber fucking scares me. Please, for the love of God, VTuber, push him the fuck out of it. Like I would leave. The more you push, the more I want to be part of this. This is amazing.
After seeing that, I definitely don't understand being scared of PewDiePie. I'm not really sure why or where that comes from. You know, if you're a creator and you're scared, I'd say don't worry about competition. You know, competition's everywhere. You're already dealing with it now, and you're gonna have more to deal with in the future, regardless of if PewDiePie decides to be a VTuber or not. So don't worry about that. You know, you're gonna have to step your game up constantly, regardless, especially if you want to stay relevant for years. Also, another point, if it's not obvious, the more you complain about this, the more he's probably going to want to stay in and get involved with this drama and kind of fan the flames because he benefits from it. So I would suggest not caring so much about it if you want him to leave. That is my opinion.
Honestly, the one thing I was super worried about was this VTuber thing is going to be adopted by racists and the novelty won't be pure anymore. The novelty won't be pure.
So VTubing is going to be adopted by racists and the novelty won't be pure. Well, I hate to say it, but as a black VTuber, unfortunately, we already have racism in the community. Most VTubers probably don't deal with it for obvious reasons, but I've dealt with it. And I'm sure other black VTubers and other POC VTubers have dealt with it as well. Personally, it doesn't bother me. You know, I'm just going to keep doing my thing. It doesn't matter. But, you know, it sucks that it is there. It sucks that it exists and that people have to deal with it in the first place. And no one should have to. I don't know why one creator specifically would be able to bring a bunch of racists into the community and make it somehow more unpure than it already is, because you know we have plenty of problems already. It's the anime community. There's endless drama in the anime communities.
I saw some people saying like PewDiePie is a millionaire, why doesn't he bother spending money? I think this is on my own Reddit. Yeah. I don't know where. Why don't you spend a bunch of money on a proper VTuber? Because it's a joke. Why I'm doing it as a joke.
Okay, so let's talk about this, because this is probably the biggest point and the biggest issue I have with all of this is the gatekeeping. Now, you know, say what you want about how much money someone has, but people really need to stop saying that, you know, you should spend this kind of money to be a VTuber. VTubing is expensive. VTubing costs a lot of money and you shouldn't do it unless you have X amount of money to spend on X models and all this stuff, you know? I think it's really gatekeeping a lot of people from doing it. I see so many people, even in the comments on my last video, about how expensive it is to do it. I am using a Vroid model which can be made for free, and I'm having a great time. You know, I'm not some giant creator. I'm still out here trying to grow, but it's fine. There's nothing wrong with using a Vroid model, which you can get for free, using a PNG. You know, there are PNG tubers who do that, and that's fine too. It doesn't have to be expensive. And it's worth stating that spending a ton of money to get the prettiest model possible with the greatest rigging won't make you succeed. Like, it's a factor. Sure, it's absolutely a factor. Is it necessary? No. There are VTubers out there who don't have the most expensive model possible who are doing great and better than a lot of the VTubers who spend thousands of dollars on their art and models. It's not an easy ticket to success. You still have to have great content behind it. That's why you can have those models and still not do well. It's not easy. You have to put in the work. So yeah, stop gatekeeping. Stop telling people that they have to spend a ton of money because you're scaring people away from trying it out. And that's a problem. I think everyone should try out VTubing if they want to. They shouldn't feel like it's a hobby for the wealthiest people only, because it's not. Just a quick side note, I am making a video about doing VTubing for cheap because I think it's really important and I need to really dismantle that idea that it costs a lot of money to do it.
Oh, that's another thing people said, that people are just cashing in on a trend. First of all, how the So dumb. People think this. Where's the money? Where's the VTuber money? Huh? Where's the VTuber money I was promised? This is bullshit. If anything, I just pissed off brands because I was supposed to do brand deals and they're like, well, you need to show your face. And I'm like, no, I'm a VTuber now. If anything, I'll lose money from this. Actual money.
Yeah, so as far as this whole cashing in thing is concerned, I don't get that either. Like, who cares? You know, a lot of people are really weird about gatekeeping big content creators from getting in. Meanwhile, we absolutely worship corporate VTubing whenever they launch a new VTuber, you know? And that's not a criticism on Hololive. I have no problems with Hololive. I think they make great content. I think a lot of their VTubers are great, but I just think there's some irony there in how people push away the big content creators who try to get in. A company is essentially doing that with great content creators already, just under a different brand. You just don't know who they are. Why is it okay when you don't know who they are, but it's not when you do? You know, that's just a little weird and unfair. I say let people do what they want. If they want to VTube, that's fine. A lot of this feels like it comes from insecurity with smaller VTubers who just are worried about having their audience taken away from them. But there's room for everyone. There's definitely room for you to grow if you put in the work. You just got to believe in yourself and do it. Anyway, that's pretty much it. You know, there's not too much to talk about here. And I only covered like the things that I think are important for us as VTubers in the community. So stop gatekeeping, because whenever you gatekeep someone this big, it ends up trickling down to affect a lot of the smaller people too. Like I mentioned earlier with the whole money thing. Stop telling people that they need to spend money to break into this stuff. A lot of people just feel like they cannot afford it, and that's not the case because you can do it for free. Also, if you remember from the start, a lot of these comments and criticisms that are being made are making it onto mainstream news sites for gaming, and that paints a lot of us in a bad light. And personally, I don't like that. When you say stuff like this, it ends up making the community and audience look pretty immature and pretty insecure, I'd say. So just kind of focus on your craft. But yeah, just remember, whenever this stuff gets this big, a lot of eyes are on us, and it's a good opportunity to raise the community when we're putting out positive stuff. That's what I like to do, and I want everyone else to try and think about that too, because that's how everyone grows. Everyone grows if we raise the community, and I think that's a good thing. So stop gatekeeping, please. Anyway, if you like what I had to say, don't forget to subscribe. Definitely leave a comment if you want to talk about it. I really enjoy talking with all of y'all. You're welcome to join the Discord too, where we can talk about this stuff as well. Since my last video was so successful, I'm definitely interested in covering more VTubing news and issues. Anyway, I really hope that you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you next time. Take it easy, homies.